Alexei Leonov was a famous astronaut from Russia. He was born on May 30, 1934, in a small town called Listvyanka. Alexei always loved flying and wanted to be a pilot. When he was young, he went to a school where he learned about flying and later joined the Soviet Air Force. He became a skilled pilot and flew many different kinds of planes. However, Alexei did not stop there. He wanted to do more with his life, and that was when he decided to become an astronaut. In the early 1960s, the Soviet Union began a space program. The government needed talented people to help with the new space missions. Alexei was one of the many pilots who wanted to become an astronaut. He went through a lot of training, and soon he was chosen to be part of the Soviet space program. He worked hard and trained with other astronauts to prepare for his missions in space. In 1965, Alexei Leonov made history. He became the first person in the world to walk in space. This was a big achievement for him and for the Soviet Union. The mission was called Voskhod 2. On March 18, 1965, Alexei and his fellow astronaut, Pavel Belyaev, were launched into space. They were sent to space aboard a spacecraft called Voskhod 2. The mission was very important because it was the first time that a human would leave the spacecraft and float in space. Alexei Leonov put on a special spacesuit that would protect him in the cold and dangerous environment of space. He opened the spacecraft door and stepped outside. For the first time in human history, someone was walking in space. Alexei floated above the Earth, looking at the planet below him. It was a beautiful and exciting moment. He spent 12 minutes outside the spacecraft, floating in space. During the spacewalk, Alexei had some problems. His spacesuit became very stiff and tight, and it was hard for him to move. He had to use a lot of effort to control his movements. At one point, he could not get back into the spacecraft. His suit was so full of air that it was hard for him to squeeze through the small door. Alexei was very scared, but he did not give up. He used all his strength and finally managed to get back inside the spacecraft. It was a very difficult and dangerous moment, but Alexei remained calm and solved the problem. After this mission, Alexei became a hero. People all over the world knew his name. He had made a big contribution to space exploration. However, Alexei's journey was not over. He continued to work as an astronaut and took part in many other missions. He spent a lot of time in space, studying the effects of weightlessness on the human body and helping scientists learn more about space. In 1975, Alexei Leonov took part in the Apollo-Soyuz mission. This was a special mission where astronauts from the United States and the Soviet Union worked together in space. It was the first time that astronauts from two different countries worked together on a space mission. Alexei and his American partner, Thomas Stafford, shook hands in space. This moment was very important because it showed that people from different countries could work together and share knowledge. It was a symbol of peace and cooperation during the Cold War. Alexei also worked as a space trainer and helped to train new astronauts. He shared his knowledge and experience with others who wanted to become astronauts. He taught them how to stay calm in difficult situations and how to solve problems in space. Alexei believed that teamwork was very important in space missions. He knew that astronauts needed to work together to succeed in space. Throughout his career, Alexei Leonov achieved many things. He flew in space twice and made a big impact on space exploration. He was a brave and determined person who never gave up, even when things were difficult. His spacewalk in 1965 was a moment that changed the history of space travel. Alexei's legacy continues to inspire people all over the world. He showed that with hard work and courage, anything is possible. Alexei Leonov retired from being an astronaut in 1992. After his retirement, he continued to give speeches and tell people about his adventures in space. He also worked as an artist, painting pictures of space. Alexei's art showed his love for space and the amazing things he had experienced. He died on October 11, 2019, but his achievements and stories will live on forever. He will always be remembered as a pioneer in space exploration and a hero to many people around the world. Alexei Leonov's life shows how one person can make a difference. His courage, determination, and love for space helped him to achieve great things. He will always be remembered as the first person to walk in space, and his story will continue to inspire future generations of astronauts. In his early years, Alexei did not know what his life would be like. He was a curious and energetic child who loved looking at the stars. As he grew up, he started to realize that becoming a pilot was not enough for him. He wanted to reach the stars, not just fly planes. He began studying hard to become an astronaut, and this choice changed his life forever. He was part of a group of brave men who would push the boundaries of space exploration. They were willing to take risks and explore new frontiers that no one had ever reached before. Alexei did not fear the unknown. Instead, he faced challenges with great courage. His training was difficult, and he spent many months in special camps learning how to survive in space. Before Alexei's spacewalk, humans had only flown in spacecraft, staying inside the vehicle. The idea of stepping outside into space was new and unknown. Alexei understood the importance of his mission. He knew it would be dangerous, but he also knew that it would be an incredible achievement. When he finally stepped out of the spacecraft and floated above the Earth, it was a historic moment. Alexei's achievement was celebrated around the world. People in many countries saw the significance of his spacewalk. It showed that humanity was capable of reaching out to the stars and exploring the universe. For Alexei, it was not just about fame, but about being part of something greater than himself. He was proud to represent his country and to make history in space exploration. The Apollo-Soyuz mission was another turning point in his career. It was a moment of peace during the Cold War, where two countries that had been rivals for many years came together. This mission demonstrated that space exploration could bring people together, even in difficult times. Alexei's role in this mission showed his commitment to peace and international cooperation. As an artist, Alexei also expressed his deep love for space. His paintings captured the beauty of the stars, the planets, and the wonder of space travel. He saw space not only as a place for scientific discovery, but also as a source of inspiration. His art brought the wonders of the universe closer to people, allowing them to see space in a new way. Even after his retirement, Alexei continued to inspire others. He became a speaker, sharing his knowledge and experiences with young people who dreamed of becoming astronauts. He was a symbol of how determination, hard work, and passion could lead to great achievements. His story will be remembered for generations to come, inspiring those who dare to dream big.